Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December. Now Carson fumbles the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way.
They made the edge of the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them pass it, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Goff fakes the give to Brown. He'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Quick toss by Goff is complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Rams have taken the lead. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Rams 14, Seahawks 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the 2nd sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 76 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into Danger Russ.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you can just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. On first down, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. These two teams all tied after one.
14-14.
Henderson now on first and 10. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap for Goff. Flush to his right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive.
And he fires one that's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, I want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. They'll try and run it in with Brown. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And to the 12. That's where it's... Stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. From the 16, Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Here's Carson. Carson, the first down and more. They find some open field here. There he goes inside. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. And that deserves a couple exclamation points.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates. They're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works. But he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
They're on the 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we can put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
A quick pass to Cup. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
This ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily, we're trying to figure out how to break out of a stalemate.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A gain of 5.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown.
Number 14,
Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. taken about 7 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Corny as hell.
And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A huge play that time for the Rams. 57 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
For the RPO.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
3rd and long. It's Goff. Gets this into the hands of the tight end, Higbee. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout.
That field goal.
As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Yeah, you got a kick, nigga. Nigga, that shit don't mean nothing. It's 4th and 6. Better read the rules. Yeah, this ain't lobby. My bad, bro. This ain't lobby. You want to go for it, go for it. You want to go for it. Nah, go for it. I ain't that type of nigga. You want to go for it, go for it.
With 34 seconds to go before halftime. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try.
I want you to go for it. I don't care.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line. But they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And not a very good return at all, as he won't even get this back to the 15.
Well, conventional
I'm about to get that 3 right back.
101 tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That's Jalen.
Incomplete.
That's Jalen.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
That nigga saved you, boy. He saved you, boy. He saved you, boy.
Throwing again, Wilson.
Come on, Wilson.
And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions.
That's mad at you.
Staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
To punt for the Seahawks.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now a run with Akers. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Flushed out right, and now he's going to use his legs.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there.
Man, I don't care what you do, man. Fuck the rules. I don't care what you do, man.
It's fourth down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff eluding the pressure right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Wilson now to throw on third down. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he's got this down to the 35. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
17 yards. First down, Seahawks.
Now a toss play. It's Carson. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
From the 5 now, second and a yard. Now it's Carson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only gets a yard, but it's enough to set him up 1st and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll try to run with Carson, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Seahawks 35, Rams 24. Michael Dixon.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tyler Higbee. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2. It's a run with Akers. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great start to the 2nd quarter, better than 30 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams have got this back to a one-score game.
Thank you. Man, corny as hell this shit, boy.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times you just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big play there for Seattle. 57 yards. And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
On 3rd down, Carson. And this time he is in. Yes. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And the holding penalty sets them back inside the 20 as they get going on this drive. Goff on 1st down. Going up top for Kupp.
Oh my God, this shit caught.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. So that changes
shit matter is caught as
hell.
hell.
All the way down inside the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble.
Oh, shit. NFL 2K need to hurry up and come out.
1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
This shit is corny. Like, ain't no way in hell these both, in real life, these teams putting up these points versus each other.
Off play action to Akers. Here's Goff. Flush to his right. They'll find Everett there, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10.
No way in hell. Real life, this score like fucking 17-3 right now. Some shit.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
This shit broke.
Rams football here as we get you reset. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Akers. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
This game broke it in a bum.
And now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
Goff now to throw. His throw incomplete. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage.
Oh, God, I thought this shit was fucking third quarter.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And the Seahawks
X-Factor shit. That's why I tell them to take abilities off.
Wanting to put points on the board. It was
That's that X-Factor cheating shit.
And they didn't get it done.
Well, anybody else that would have hit him,
you look at the
he would fucking
situation,
score.
the point differential, 2 scores. Pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
Carson will take the handoff out of the option play. And some room to maneuver. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there on the option. And even 50 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They run it with Carson. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits.
Good game, my boy. Good game, my boy.
They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now, if you're a play
This shit was
caller,
fake as hell, though.
you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind, trying to figure
I knew
out
that shit from my first fumble. I said, this is going to be a bullshit-ass game.
On this snap.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Word.
Need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive.
I said, I knew this shit was going to be a fake-ass game from right there. See you in the playoffs, man. I know you're going to make it. Your offense crazy. You better than the Bills, too. That nigga ass. I don't know how he 8-0. That nigga ass.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, the win for them is number 6 on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile,